Hey, what's going on? Hopefully I can get this all done in one take, not like last week. Wow, that was horrible last week. So yesterday I watched Nathan 4071 do a little work on the lathe for bones. I think he turned a striker and a fire steel, or a high-speed striker and a fire steel, and then he did a cool can opener for him out of some wood that Bones had sent him. And I find it interesting watching people that have other skills that I don't have. I find it interesting to watch other people do kind of stuff I do too. But anyway, guys that work with wood, I find that pretty dang cool. I'm not good with doing wood stuff. My middle boy is a carpenter, and he amazes me the things he does. I'd spend so much money in wasted product. Anyway, so tools is kind of the thing I wanted to touch on today. I watched an older video of Red turning down, I think I watched one, he did a bowl, and then he did some handles. I think he did some handles, maybe it was for Zach, Ron's son. It was an older video share. But anyway, okay, so to speed this up, I don't want it to be long. I thought I'd share some of the tools, a real quick one that I go over, and I got one that might interest the guys that work with wood. But anyway, hang on, I'm gonna stop this, turn it around, and half this is done with a GoPro, and half of it's done with an iPhone, so I'm interested to see how it all turns out once I convert it into a movie. Hang on, let me turn it around. This is the original saw that I cut most of my stock on, and I showed you last week. The plasma cutter, that's what the rough materials cut out of the sheet. And then when it goes into small panels like this, where there's a draft or a template that's used to draw the panels on it, it's just one piece that's used that has all the different holes in it, and then all the slots are lined up and everything. So, and then you can see the feed port on that one. But they were all done on this saw forever and ever. Well, not forever and ever, but since I started making stoves for everybody and went wild, they were all done on this. And this is a bandsaw. I had a Milwaukee before. This is a Harbor Freight bandsaw, a Bauer. And it's the extended cut. It's 5x5. And it's on a swag off-road conversion table that converts it into a bandsaw, and then if you need to use it, there's a screw under here and you can take it off and use it like a regular portable bandsaw, which is dang cool. But this is cool. This might interest some of you guys that are woodworkers. I stole this saw, found it on Facebook Marketplace. It's a Craftsman 10-inch. It'll take up to a 1/2-inch blade, but my goal was to have a saw that I could do both wood and steel on, instead of having two different saws. And then I had to have one that was small enough, that was portable, that I could push it out of the way, because I got too many tools and I don't have a big enough shop. Anyway, after much searching, I found a guy through the internet. His name is Martin. He's from Florida. He's an engineer, and he and I got together and we built a locomotive. No, not that kind of engineer, but one of them smart dudes that figures out quotients and all that stuff. Anyway, he had made a conversion wheel, and I don't know if you can see it real good. Let me see if I can do this. He had made a conversion wheel, and see, it's a pulley that mounts on the back side of the main pulley where the tire is on the bandsaw. And what you do is, I don't know if I can do this here. Let me see if I can point it over here. This is the pulley. It's a 7-inch aluminum pulley, and it bolts with 3 bolts to the back side of the factory pulley. And this saw is like a whole bunch. There's a Rikon, Craftsman, there's a whole bunch, NEC, there's a whole bunch of different ones. They're all made in the same factory. So it's in metal mode right now. And what it does is it reduces the speed about 4-to-1 from wood cutting, because wood cutting is much faster. So if you were to do it with a wood blade in that speed, it'd burn up the blade in a heartbeat. And some guys do it, and they cut mostly metal and stuff. I cut thin steel up to 1/4 inch, some 3/8. But anyway, so if you find the right blade, which I think I have after going through a couple blades, It's a 1/2 inch, and I think it's an 18 tooth or 14 tooth bimetal blade, and it does pretty dang good. I'll try and find that video and post it along with this of it cutting some different metals. But to switch it back to wood, so you can cut wood, you pull this pulley off and the bandsaw blade. You take this 7-inch off, 3 little bolts. You go back with the standard belt. This is a different size belt than the stock one. And it runs off of the inner pulley, which is on the main hub. I think you can see on the back side here where my finger is. So it converts right back to a wood saw in about, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes. So, the best of both worlds. And you can cut metal. So once those blanks get marked out, they come over here and they get cut on the bandsaw. And then there's a bunch of holes that get drilled. And then some of the finer cuts on those blanks get finished up again on this saw. So anyway, little tool time share there. So there you go. Hopefully if anybody's got any questions about that bandsaw, if any of you guys that do the woodwork have any questions, hit me up. I'd be glad to give you the lowdown on it. So, yeah, time to make a fire. Hang in there. So now it's time to make a fire. Let's have a burn. This is for everybody throughout our country that is up their ass in snow. I can't say as much for out here in the land of fruits and nuts, but well wishes go out to everybody. Hope you're staying warm, and God bless all. And let's make a fire. I got my Nathan 4071 Beast, high-speed striker. Let's throw some sparks. Happy Fatwood Friday, everybody. Little fab creation style. It's not up to par with Water to Fields molten VR he did for me, but that's the best I could come up with for now. Everybody have a safe weekend. Get some rest. Light a fire. Till next week. Oh, some folks need to be looking out. There's some surprises coming. Some of them may get there before the weekend. Some of them will be in the first part of next week. But yeah, keep an eye out. Watch your mailbox. Till then, take care. Maya dust, pencil shavings, dirty Maya dust. Pretty corny, huh? See everybody next week.